Greetings, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Traitor! Traitor in the camp! Traitor in the fort! Order in the court! Okay, so you could be dealing with someone wealthy. You could be dealing with different classes. What is that called? Castes, caste system. Someone here could have tried to poison someone's mind or poison someone. Actually, this can also be like mold poisoning, like in the walls, but also just be careful and cautious about anything you put in your body, on your body, around your body, because there's something here is poisoned, something here is tainted. Also, someone could have, their perception of you could have been poisoned by a traitor, by someone else. There is protection from slander and gossip, but it requires a total separation, a total ending, where you are not even one of the moving parts, because then something is going to happen, and where someone always blamed it on you, you will not be around to be blamed. So there is a situation, Pisces, where it is absolutely imminent and necessary that you are nowhere near the scene, and a states away, worlds apart, because you have envy, rebellion, hostility, arrogance, poisonous people, envious people, gluttonous people who are aggressive and miserable. Misery loves company. You are this like docile lamb, doe, a deer, Bambi. You're innocent here. There's something here about resolving problems after separating something. It's kind of like I'm hearing Simba. It's like in The Lion King, he has to leave Pride Rock for quite some time and then kind of grow up a little, go through this coming of age, and then he comes back. He is in a new phase, but he has now grown and he has a new sense of valor. He has a new sense of adaptability, a new sense of wisdom, there's something about new heights here. You are also supposed to be in a period of restoration and research at this time, especially when it comes to artistic talents that you have not fully actualized. So Pisces, there are things that you are meant to do that you have not put forth energy towards. Something about lightning bolts or Zeus and Roxanne, maybe looking up something about Zeus or lightning, also something about dolphins, also Three's Company. Dolphins are abundance. They also are very playful and sensual, and there's also something here about circle crops, like corn, like you know how sometimes they'll like put messages, so it's like up close, you're just like, oh, I'm just walking through this farmer's field, but if you were in an airplane above it, then it would be like, help me, or you know, it'd spell something out, or it would draw a certain symbol. So you can't see the symbolism in something when you're up close or when you're in it. You can only see it when you're out of it. Something about the micro and the macro. The macro affects the micro, the micro affects the macro. So if you have a bunch of situations that you can't trust, that are poisoning you, poisonous people around you, that are just toxic energy in relationships, you probably have something toxic and poisonous going on in your gut that needs to be addressed, because the macro is the micro is the macro, etc. You do have good luck with travel coming up. I especially feel around June, July, and August for travel. You are going to be overcoming tests and obstacles that other people have tried to put in your way. You are spiritually elevating at this time. Your intuition is really strong. You are becoming more practical. Again, you being removed from a situation is what is going to help protect you and save you from a threat. It is going to help you get over a certain difficulty, and it's also going to create a safe breeding ground for certain unforeseen talents or unactualized talents to emerge, to bloom. So you have talents that have been lying dormant inside of you, where it's like spirit couldn't allow this natural, authentic talent inside of you to shine in your previous environment, because then they would have drained you, or they would have tainted it in some way. They would have further poisoned something, essentially. You are a very pure energy. Spirit is restoring your health. So if you went through a period of 4 to 6 years or 4 to 6 months of issues with health or with joints or injuries, you are going to be coming out of that. We all have times when we're in the valley. We all have times when we are on, you know, the top of the mountain. There's something here about needing to face off with certain triggers, and spirit needing to test you and see how you act, how you reconstruct a situation when things trigger. It's like in the past, if someone knocked down a sandcastle, if you were like, that was my sandcastle, it's like, that doesn't get you what you want. It's like, now instead, you know, you can just sit there, not say anything, observe, okay, my sandcastle will get knocked down here if I'm around little children who are going to be prone to knock things down, or if I'm around a group of college guys playing sand volleyball who don't care about my sandcastle, I should probably choose a different environment. So spirit is kind of teaching you. I'm hearing the hard knocks of life. Also, someone here can be a new parent, there could be twins, someone could be twins, something with twins, twinning, go best friend, twin them. So also you have a green thumb. Anything you touch turns to gold. This is also why you can't be around a certain environment, because they are not supposed to be alongside your win. You are creating harmony within your mind, body, and spirit. You have luck when it comes to games, events, sporting events. You are very lovable, so don't let anyone think that you aren't. Your talents are blossoming at this time, but they have to blossom in isolation, away from others. Something is happening slowly so that it is going to be solid whenever it fully comes through. Spirit also is going to intervene in the last minute with something, so there could be something that's like, oh no, and then in the last minute, Spirit saves the day. There is a lot of risk or crisis or feeling alone or isolated at this time. And again, Spirit is saying it is only because the environment around you is not really for your highest timeline. They're not for your highest growth. And so you kind of have to be alone in something. This is where animals or children can be around you. Again, there's a lot of danger or dangerous situations, or people that are obsessive, people that are just like poisoned, like they just are obsessed. I'm hearing obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? So someone here is literally obsessed. And this is also why Spirit is just trying to take you off the scene. It's like if you used to post all the time and you're like, I'm not going to let them get me to stop posting. It's like, no, Spirit is trying to get you to stop posting so that it's just like empty for some time, so that these people who are on your nuts that are obsessed with you have nothing to go off of, and then you can build in silence, and then when you come back out, it's going to be bigger, better, greater than ever, and then they're going to realize all the buffoonery that they were doing behind the scenes that they thought was working because you were quiet for a while didn't work. Not only did it not work, but you're coming back bigger, stronger, better than ever. So something is going to come back bigger, stronger, better than ever. This can also be if you're someone who's in a certain industry. Spirit is saying taking a 1 to 2 to 3 year hiatus from the industry altogether, learning in a different area, and then coming back to it is actually what's going to get you the results you want. Like I've ridden horses my whole life. I've had a lot of dreams with horses, but because I didn't grow up super wealthy and having all this whatever, I didn't experience my biggest dreams with horses. And then I had a couple years where I was horseless. Well, then I got a horse, and then I got a job in Wellington, Florida, and then I ended up showing like $1 million cloned stallion there. So, it's kind of a thing where it's like my wildest horse dreams did come true, but they came true after decades and after a few years of not being around horses and not even, so basically my point is I thought I wasn't set up. If you looked at my life as an outsider, you wouldn't think that I was going to be moving to Wellington, having a horse job, doing all these things. You wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see that at all. But Spirit put it that way specifically because if it was seen to the outside world, then something would have come through and sabotaged that outcome from happening. Now, granted, after I lived that experience and saw just how abusive and disgusting the horse world is down in South Florida, because they treat them just like robots. They don't treat them like conscious animals. I decided that life isn't for me, so I left. But I got to experience that. It was a huge childhood dream of mine, and I did actualize it. But again, it also wasn't quite what it seemed. So for some of my Pisces, you could have a huge pipe dream, but it may not be all it's chucked up to be. And Spirit has a way of, kind of bringing you around. Also something here, a basket of fruit, or going like apple picking or something in orchards. You could be collecting fruit or something with maybe fruit smoothies. Also, I'm hearing, there is a harp in this picture. So playing musical instruments would be powerful for you at this time, Pisces, as well, especially to help calm the energy. Like David literally played the harp in the Bible to calm Saul, and to it said when he played the harp, the demons left. The demons left him, and he was able to have peace, and there's peace amongst the land. So there's also an energy anytime you feel like there's a lot of friction or craziness or bad juju coming your way, then playing music can help diffuse that, can help deflate that energy. Bless you.